If you're thinking about starting a service business or just looking to get some extra income on the weekend, here are my top 5 favorite service businesses that can make you over $50 an hour. You can use this on the weekend to make some extra money, or you can generate a business like I have and start something incredible. Let's get straight into the video. If you already own a service business, or if you're looking at starting one and you need a gas card, my favorite gas card out there on the market has to be A to B on this part right here. They're not a sponsor of this video, nothing like that. You know, not up there yet, but I do have a affiliate link down below. If you want to use it, you can get you an extra $100 to take off of your stuff, and it's a gas card that a lot of people use, and I really like it on this part. So make sure you check that out on that part on there to help support the channel. Also, too, if you have not already, go ahead and get your 2 free audiobooks from Audible. This right here books will help you, just improve your overall thinking performance, learn from other people who have done a lot of stuff that we're talking about already, and really build up your just knowledge of running a service business on there. And remember, as I always say, you need to start saving. Even if you're starting a service business or if you're already working service business on that part. Me personally, I use Acorn to save. So make sure you go ahead and use Acorn, get you $5 free. Link down below. Get you $5 right there that they'll give you for signing up. You need to save. Use some type of Acorn. It don't matter what you use, saving accounts, whatever. I like to use Acorn as well. They're not a sponsor of the channel, but it's a service that I use and I really like right here. And I appreciate you if you guys go ahead and click on those links and help support the channels. And like this video, subscribe to the channel as well as we keep growing and stuff like that. We're trying to make it to 5,000. And I appreciate you guys for helping us grow. Let's get back into the video and get to my 5 top service businesses that can make you over $50 an hour. So my number 1 service business that I really like that make over $50 an hour is going to be Maid Services. I know you're probably thinking, most people don't want to do this right here. They think it's remedial work, people that don't make as much money. But from the actual company standpoint, you can make pretty much a good amount of money on this part right here. So this could be from cleaning homes to cleaning commercial buildings. It could be offices, anything like that. Like we've been thinking at the office to get in a commercial space, a person to come clean the space and stuff like that. The good thing about Maid Services, these are recurring businesses, and there's a lot of different people who you have out there in your network to learn how to basically to be able to grow these businesses. So almost anyone can do it. Everyone cleans their house anyway on some form. Obviously, you have to keep it a little tidier and have processes of what you do and steps by steps. But it's not as hard to get into it as you may think on that part. So right here. So the national average cost of house cleaning is around $40 to $65 per hour per cleaner. The total price depends on the size of the home, obviously depending on the type of cleaning, what you're cleaning stoves, more grimier, the dirtier stuff you're cleaning, the more likely to get paid more on that part. Basically a 3-bedroom home, 200 square feet home costs about $150 to $250 to clean on average, while 1-bedroom apartment might be $80 to $110. Won't take as long. The overall average cost of the house cleaning is about $165. That's kind of what you see in just the Maid Service on that part. Put up a really interesting graphic. It's from Thumbtack. I love this service right here. I love the information they have. And this is a place right here where you can be able to find clients and stuff on by joining this service as well. I'm paying for leads on that part. We'll go more in depth into how to do that and if you should do that on here. Right here. So let's go right here. So how much is house cleaners right here? As you see, it's about $40, $65 on there. You can probably do around 50. I've heard lots of cases, especially when it comes to Airbnbs, where people are renting out in Vegas, but you can come in, that they're looking for people to do cleaning, and they can't find as many people as you might think because there's a shortage. Not many people know that there's a lot of money into it. So this is something you're looking at doing on the weekend, because most of the Airbnbs a lot of times happen on the weekends. You want to look into, you can link up with some Airbnb providers, go through there, and then you can be able to really just do their work and stuff. So each job you can do can be $100 or so. It could be you, if you have children, it could be a child or your spouse or a partner, or just be you by yourself cleaning right there. Make a couple extra $100 to $1,000 a weekend doing stuff like that. And also too, these would be recurring jobs, so be every single week, and eventually you get someone else in there, pay them maybe $20, $15 an hour or something like that, to come clean with you, and you can keep growing and expanding like that. I really love this business because it's business that there's there's no any problems of getting into it or anything like that. So it's a great business to go into on there. For you, as you can see on that part. And another good thing about it is that there's so many different resources and places that you can be able to generate these leads. Like you can do this through Thumbtack, you can do this through Angie List, just to help out. You can do this through Google AdWords, any of the ads like that, Facebook, social media. You can really build up on that part. And specifically, once you get into one area, like if someone to tell them about another person, the biggest discrepancy you have to do with cleaners is that you can't, your people you buy cannot be in a position to steal anything. You have to keep your stuff reputable and all that stuff. And the way you can go about doing that is just paying your people, a decent salary will help out a lot. And then hiring people who are less likely to steal by vetting them, checking out their past, references, different stuff along that lines from there. Service number 2, pool cleaning service. This service right here, as you can imagine, is not that difficult to do, but it's still something that needs to be done to most people, and most people who have pools know how to do it. You can maintain private pools, public swimming pools, and anything like that. And usually the price kind of depends on the size of the pool, depending on how much it is. But you can be looking at doing pool maintenance for $79 an hour on there, and that could be just what you do, all you do right there. Think about that. You work 10 extra hours on a weekend, make $790. That might, for some of us out there, that might be more than what we make during the whole week. That can really flip, double your income on that part right there. So you can look at doing that. The cost could range basically between $65 to $93 per hour, depending on the rates and where you live and how intense the cleaning needs to be. You need to be scrubbing the bottom, whatever you need to do, changing the equipment stuff. This is all stuff you can learn online as well. So it's not too much of an issue right there. I don't really work too much about that. But here's another graph I like here, just for on this part right here. So I'm on Lawn Starters right here. Lawn Starters is just goes over a lot of information, different stuff like that, and blogs and stuff. And basically, you can say that pool cleaners pay around $1,432 every year to maintain their pool. Imagine that could be a service that you could be getting. It's a regular service, and you can just build up and stuff. And a lot of things too, you can actually go look on the maps if you wanted to get clients. Find exactly who has pools on that part. If you have no money, let's go drop over a flyer and say, hey, I clean your first cleaning is free, no obligation to continue, any of that stuff, just so you can start getting clients in. And as you start getting clients in, you'll start to see that people will start referring you and helping you build your business out on here. So as you see right here, hiring professionals, pool service, pool guys to clean your pool monthly usually will cost about $132 a month. I have seen just in the Dallas area, this right here is a little bit more than that. So you can actually get a little bit more on that part, depending on what services they're getting and stuff like that. On top of that too, this would be a good business too, because you can refer people when people have damages to their pool, or people are trying to redo their pool or get a pool. You can give these referral services out. The pool clinic comes and make pretty good income, because these are the people that work with you on that part. You just by building partnerships. And also too, you get paid for like single service calls. Sometimes people will be working on their pool. Like my aunt and stuff have a pool. Sometimes she maintains her stuff on a regular basis, but sometimes it gets too much and she needs a professional to come out and kind of reset it, and you can pay that. And those are $235 for a single call. These are something that I don't think is overly difficult to do, but it is something that I know that my cousin did for a while, and it was a good service, and it was pretty in and out. You need your vehicle. You can really concentrate your marketing in one small area, so you can hit them all in one day. You make some quick money cleaning pools on the weekends on that part. As you see, the monthly cleaning is a certain price on the high end on that part. One-time cleaning, you have opening and closing of pools, pool repair. It's so many different facets on this part right here that you can look at, doing and stuff like that. But you see people are paying between $1,000 to $1,800 depending on the pool size. There's so many different resources. I'm going to put this down there too, because you want to look more into it to see exactly, if you were looking at doing this. But this is another thing that you can look at doing and really help build your business out into that. Because then you have salt water, chlorine, all that stuff as well. It's a great service that I love to do on that part. Now let's head over to I'm going to show you some information about just like Thumbtack. I love these guys right here because they show a lot of information on this part on here. But you can look on here. They'll go through. So you have basic cleaning with monthly service. average cost around $86, $80 to $200 depending on the size. You have your one-time cleaning is $225. Your pool opening, pool closing. You have your acid washing. You have your pool repair, pool inspection. All those things right there. Pool repairs, between around 35 to whatever it is. Also stuff you can learn how to do that stuff too as well to expand your business. Pool inspections at $75. There's just so many different factors that you see on here. This stuff is pretty well done. You can come in this market using some general marketing practices and just showing up on time and doing what you say. You can really grow and build this business out as big as you possibly want it to be. You can use service like Thumbtack to build these recurring businesses. The first two businesses that we talked about between this one and the Maid Service, one thing I really like about it is the recurring aspect of it. This allows you to know exactly what you're going to make every single month. And every time you get a client, that client is worth a lot more than just the one time off. Like for us, for part rental business, we do get some recurring clients on something like that, but it's never on a recurring basis where you know exactly where it's going to be for the scope of it. Imagine knowing from this one client that you're going to get $1,400 every single year from there, and you have 30 of them. You know kind of exactly where your money's going to come from. There's no hustle in that part. Every time you get a client and you keep them happy, that's $1,400 a year. You see how you can build up your revenue and build up your support staff and be able to determine exactly what you're going to need for your business. I think this is a great business to start and a good one to look into on that part. The third business, this is a business that I'll be starting up next year. On this part, it's in the rental industry. I love rentals. On this part here, be Watercraft Rentals. I'm going to start with jet skis on there. You can rent out different watercraft to customers. Either you can deliver the watercraft, you can take it to the lake, or they're choosing, or the customer can come and pick up the watercraft using your trailer, whatever you want to do in that part. There's a lot of different forms you can do on there. So generally, the idea of this one right here is that you can make between $70 to $100 an hour, really even more per rental on that period. So for the work that you put in, you can make $70 an hour, not even have to be there. That's some of the best thing I love about rentals on this part. So what I'm going to look at to doing on this right here is that, say you rent your jet skis out for $80 on that part. Most times they go out in pairs. That's $160 right there in your pocket. And they come by to pick them up too. That's literally you been there for 10 minutes to receive and put it back where it needs to be at. And then you're done. And you're looking at 10 minutes, let's say an hour, that's almost $200 something dollars. You do delivery, you'll pay for your delivery costs to go out to wherever you're going to deliver the stuff out. You'll go pick it up from there. You get extra costs in that back. You could be looking at $300 just to do that. And most times you do a minimum rental fee. So you'll be looking at 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, usually the general just rental fees that people have, or the minimum hours that you can rent. So at $80, you can, in 2 of them, you'd be looking at $320 just with nothing else added to it, nothing else. $120 every time these go out on that part, and then you might only have 10 to 20 minutes of work and stuff like that. The only thing different, you're gonna need to really be marketing yourself, because when you buy this, because basically the whole concept of buying a watercraft rental is to buy an asset, make it as convenient or cost effective for the person trying to rent it, and for them to come through. So for a service like this right here, I personally will be offering delivery. We do pickups, delivery, whatever it's going to be. We'll bring it to you, bring the action to you, choose a lake, have a list of lakes that you go to, and then you go from there on there. I really like this right here. As we get more into like the details, and I know you're probably thinking like, okay, that's nice and fun right there. So how much is a jet ski? So there's different ways you can do it on this part. You can buy high-end jet skis. You can rent it for more. You can buy lower-end jet skis, whatever you want to do. But you buy used jet skis on here. Me personally, I'm looking at buying something like the Sea-Doo, because I've rode those before on a regular basis. My brother owns a couple of them down in Florida, and I knew that they work really well and they come with a good warranty. Because the good part is right here. You want to run these businesses for 2 years until the warranty goes out. Sell them, buy new ones, so your stuff is always in the best shape possible, so you don't have that much wear and tear on these right here. A new jet ski typically costs around $5,000 on the low end of the spectrum, but high end jet skis can cost up to $20,000. You choose which one you want to, and go from there. The cheapest jet ski in the market is a 2020 Sea-Doo Spark. The most expensive is going to be the Kawasaki messed it up. Ultra 310 LX on there. You have different ones right here. You have 3 types of jet ski. You have recreation, rec light, performance, and luxury on that part. Sea-Doos has the category known as tow sport jet skis. These are essential recreation jet skis designed specifically for tow sports. So different stuff you can do on that part right there. Depending on what jet skis you get, depends what you're gonna be able to do. Not all these jet skis, depending on if you the bigger jet ski, the more cost allows you to do other stuff similar to smaller boats or watercrafts will allow you to go through and you can tow. You're looking at just with a tube, other stuff they can do fun. The lower jet skis you won't be able to do these things on, so depending on what price you buy, you can do that. Also, too, there are lots of used options to just when you're buying a used option. As our fifth one is going to be, you might want to be somebody you want to bring with you to make sure everything is correct and looks good on that part, on there. And that's kind of how you can see it. There's tons of different ways of how much jet skis cost and what you can do with that on there. You can be looking at too. Let's get back to this part, because you're looking at $70 to $100 an hour, not even counting the amount of work you do if they're doing just pick up and go, which would be great right here. The average jet ski rentals. Let's look at this right here. So Jet Drift does a thing where they have the average jet ski rentals on here. So based on research and average in the country, for 1 hour to about is about $70 to $100, and for a full day, it'll put you around $300 to $400. The final price always depends on many factors, as it says here, beyond advertising price on there. But once you're at location, there's different things that they might they have to worry about too. Pick up, drop off fees. You can rent life jackets out to them too, or you can make them come with them. But you can rent life jackets out for extra $5 or $6 on that part. You can do temporary. You can do a temporary safety boating cart fee. You can do the late arrival charge, taxes, cleaning fees, maintenance, service fees, all that stuff right there. And the basic idea in these jet skis right here, people come in. People sign the documents and stuff on that part, return the stuff in the same way, put down some type of damage waiver just so they don't break anything, and then bring the item back, and then they'll get their damage waiver back. I really like this right here. There's tons of areas right here. I'm going to put a link down to this right here so you can see more information if this is something that you want to do right here. The next thing I want to tell you about is number 4, is gutter cleaning. And the reason why I chose this right here is something that a lot of people don't want to do. And it's something that a lot of people are going to put out, specifically homeowners in this part. Because the one thing you got on everything is inherently dangerous. If you have never been on a ladder, then it's going to be something that most people are just not going to do. What is lots of that most people are going to do to keep their house and keep and maintain their house? Something that people could do possibly one time a year, depending on in the fall or some of that when the leaves fall off and everything. So this is a good service you can kind of build. It's not completely recurring like the first two, but it is something on the lines that you can do that is generally annually recovering. You just bring back the curb appeal. On average, gutters cleaning costs between $140 to $170. Although that price depends on the size, the height of your house, and and how often you spring for gutter cleaners and stuff like that. And all these stuff kind of depending on there. If it's mucky inside of there, if dirty, so many leaves of mud, and 2-story houses, all that stuff right there, you can make some extra money on there. One thing I like on here, this still is another job. There's another not job, but there's another business that you can use Thumbtack for, which means that you can make some extra money on this part. Be on that part. As you see right here, gutter cleaning is around $140, $170. 2-story, 3-story houses depends. National average is around $100, depending on where you are. Most people are in major metropolitan cities, so it costs more. If you're in somewhere like California, it's going to be a lot more for other people, so more money you can make. Here's a general breakdown based on the sizes of the house and what the cost of it is. There's different machines you can do. There's faster ways you can get stuff done. So if you can kind of move forward, you can have a couple of these lined up on a regular basis and really plan them out. You can be looking at the, just on the average rates by $59 per hour on there. And most of us that watch this right here around there, right there. But on average, about $59 an hour. Low end, you can get down to $35 to $50 an hour. High end rates are $65 to $100 an hour. Just really depends on where you are on there. And then yes, the risk does affect this right here. So if you're looking at this right here and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get on this ladder. If this is not something you're not okay, if you've never worked a ladder, don't recommend doing this on the very first one. But if you are used to being on a ladder or anything like that and be able to work on a ladder, this is something that could be a really good job for you to do, and really, build out your business and stuff on this part. And you can make, like I said, over $50. And for a lot of us, that's more than what you're making during the week. Number 5, a vehicle inspector. This is something it's not really a lot of people are doing, but it's a service that lots of people need. I don't know if you've ever bought a used car and the car did not work the way that it was supposed to or had major issues. This is a reason why most people need this service right here. I can just go to there's a ton of people right now selling on Facebook. Say you're looking for a pickup truck. You're like, okay, I like this pickup truck right here. This is $5,500, 2008 Dodge Ram. Okay, so you're probably thinking, okay, it's 138,000 miles. Is that a good thing, a bad thing? If you do not know, you can easily buy a vehicle that is a dud, that has major issues, like tons of stuff like that, or might not be able to do what you want to do. You can easily pay someone to come out there for $70 an hour to come look at the thing, and they can pay to look at it. To look at the vehicle and go through that. So if you're an auto mechanic, or you're doing any mechanic work and that, or you know a lot about vehicles, you can come with a 100-point checkpoint list. Look at the vehicles. Obviously, like you said, it's not everything that's gonna be done. You'll get some insurances to cover you and stuff like that. But you'll be able to help people make better decisions when buying used cars, specifically when the used car market is heating up. There's a lot of used cars being sold all across the world. In that part. So this is something you can do anywhere. So just going through these things, helping people figure out which one of these things to buy, what's better to buy, and helping them out as much as possible. This is a really good service that I think is going to be popping off a lot more, and it's going to be helping a lot of people in this part. Like when we go to buy cars, I usually bring someone who's very knowledgeable to help me look at the cars and make sure we're not buying a dud and stuff like that. For me, it's my partner Eddie because he worked for Ford for a long period of time. But for you, it could be someone like this right here, or it could be you if you are if you know a lot about cars and you can come up with a plan to be able to move this service on this part. So it's a good thing right here. Good ways to do this right here is, most of the used car dealerships will allow people to come in and look at the cars. You can go to a lot of used car dealerships and offer your service to somebody, and you can be built into the price, or if it's going to be, or you can work for the used car sales people to view their stuff because they're bringing stuff in. It's a lot of different things on that part you can do, and you can just to kind of get understanding of what's going on. There is some equipment you may have to buy. You're gonna have to buy a code reader for the cars and stuff, a vehicle for the ride, maybe a roller to get underneath the vehicles. Obviously a flashlight, notepad, some stuff like that. A lot of this stuff vary in the price you can do, depending on how in depth you're doing. Obviously, you're not going to be looking into transmissions and all this crazy stuff, but you will be able to see exactly as much as you possibly can by your checkpoint list. And the more people you help that buy good cars, the more likely you're to keep building this part up. And this can lead to other stuff too as well, helping people with the buying experience as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm Xavier Kelly, and I appreciate you watching it. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the channel, hit that notification button bell as well, and don't forget to check out the links down to help support the channel, from the Acorn helping you save to also to getting that A to B card for your gas card needs. Get the extra $100 on there, and get your 2 free audiobooks from Audible. And check all the other links down below. And guys, I appreciate you. Let's get back into it. Get one, run your business, start your business, whatever you're trying to do. Also do check out the podcast as well. And thank you guys for watching. I'm Xavier Kelly. I'll see you in the next one.